Hello, hello, hello. Hello again, YouTube. How's it going? How's everybody doing? I myself am doing fantastic. As always, I'm your Emperor, and we're back here with another Flight Simulator 2020 stream. Today, my friends, we are taking a United 737-700, the PMDG, from Washington Dulles over to Indianapolis. Continuing our last flight on stream, I know it was about a week ago, so probably a little hard to remember. Ended up having to take about a week off because of the temperature spikes that we had out here. Yeah, massive heat waves rolling across the country last week. That was not fun, and my bedroom ended up getting up to just around 100 degrees, probably a little bit above. Was not fun at all. But I got a new air conditioner for my window, and my bedroom is sustainable for human life, so here we are, back again. Excuse me. Now you guys may notice that throughout the stream you may notice that performance is a lot better than before, and I may sound a lot clearer than I did before, and that is because my wonderful roommate and her father did some things for me. Last week, Monday, was my birthday. Turned 26. Woohoo. Honestly, didn't think I'd be around this long, but, you know, I don't know what to do from here. Wasn't really planning on this. But they ended up getting me a new CPU. So, upgraded from a Ryzen 5 3600X to a Ryzen 9 5900X. I also have a new microphone, the Blue Yeti Nano, with a boom and everything and a pop filter. It's honestly pretty awesome. Never used one of these before, so I'm excited about it. And I got a water cooler for the CPU as well, and some new fans, and, you know, this and that. So, computer performance, or at least performance in the sim, should be fantabulous now. Hence why I have some of AIG's AI traffic loaded in here, because my computer can actually handle it. But anyhow, our flight again from Washington Dulles out to Indianapolis. We'll be taking this beauty here, PMDG 737. Our time of the year is going to be about an hour and 24 minutes, so not too long, but also not too short. Give us a little bit of time to hang out, talk, chill for a bit. I got to be honest with you, I was not entirely prepared to start this stream. I had started doing some helicopter battles in War Thunder to grind out money to crew the F-14 that I recently acquired, thanks to another couple of friends. Shout out to Sam and Miles. Thanks, guys. Love you too. Even though you're bastards, love you too. But let's go ahead and stop all the chit-chat and head into the flight deck. I have got to fix our audio here. Where are you? There you are. Let's put that at about 50%. We will stop the music for now. Even though honestly it was rather epic if I do say so myself. And we are currently at gate Charlie 17. So let's go ahead and get everything rolling here in the aircraft. Let's see, load sheet, we'll pop that out. Now, I did change how I did change how Streamlabs captures my game. So it should be showing the other windows and whatnot. I put it on screen capture instead of game capture. So now you can also see my FPS. Sitting at a cool 50 plus. Alright. First, let's go ahead and get our fuel loading in. Let's see, block fuel 15,117. Start the fueling, because that's going to take a while. We want to get that in there as quickly as possible. Packs, we'll have 114 passengers on board today. So not quite full, but it is up there. We're not going to need the forward or aft galley. We won't be serving food, considering the flight is so short. Forward and aft loader, we've got 3,762 pounds that we're going to be loading on board. And I am terrible at math in my head, so I'm going to have to use my calculator to divide that in two. 3762 divided by 2. Alright, 1,881 pounds of baggage in each cargo hold. And we can go ahead and start loading up the rear. I'll close that for right now. In a turnaround state, we've already got a bunch of things on here. Let me just do a quick once over to check. APU is on, we've got our packs on, so nobody's getting onto a hot aircraft. That would not be fun. That should not be on. Do that. Panel was lit up a bit. I'm going to stay on the ground power for now. Go ahead and get the navigation aligned. Turn on the yaw damper. And we are good there. Alright, we can head back down here. We can watch our fuel increase. On FMC, nav data out of date. I had updated that after I started up the sim. We shouldn't have any problems, but if we run into them, I'll just have to save the flight, restart the sim, and then, do what needs to be done from there. Reference airport, Kilo India Alpha Delta for Washington Dulles. We are at gate Charlie 17. Sweet. We'll go ahead and grab the GPS left into the IRS position. Give the computers that data so it can align. Alright, let's go to our route page. Origin is KIAD. That'll autofill for us. Destination is KIND. How kind. Flight number. Today we are United Airlines Flight 88. And allegedly, we will be taking off from runway 30. Most likely that will change when I get the ATIS, but I'm going to just... no, I'm not going to put that in yet. I am going to go ahead and get the weather. Tune ATIS. Holy Jesus. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be departing on the 1s. Alright, since he'll be departing on the 1s, let me go ahead and pull our flight information up on here from SimBrief. And switch from home route to... no, I want world map. Don't want that though. Alright, instead of runway 30... let's open the charts list, see where we are, and see which one we might want to use. There's one right, one center, one left. We're going to be taking off runway 30. Let's take one center out of here. Yeah, I think either one center or one right will be good, but I think we're closer to the end of one center than we are to one right. So we'll take one center. Bookmark that. Runways. 01 center. Good. Now the question is, does this departure include... Okay, yeah. Sweet, it does. Wait. Why is it coming off of one left? I don't know. That's a little odd, but okay. We know we'll be taking off on the middle one. Awesome. Heading of 011. Not bad. Alright. Then we will pin this. Let's just take a look. Transition altitude 18,000 as usual because United States. Climb heading 011 to 820 feet. Then left turn direct Laulu. or Heading the Sun by ATC. We're not on vatsim today because there's no controllers anywhere along our route, so I didn't really see a need to jump into vatsim. Then on depicted course to buns. Alright. Short, sweet. I like it. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Go ahead and close that. We will close this. Actually, wait. No, we need that. We're going to need that. Airport info continued, because I'm going to need this page here. This is 10,451. Okay. Alright, we'll close that for now. 3. See, we're almost done on the refuel. Let me open the door. And then we can get our passengers boarding. There we go. Door's open. We can release the rear cart and loader. As soon as the fuel truck is done, we can go ahead and release him, and that'll allow the front baggage cart to pull up to the aircraft, and we can load the front end. Alright, so we'll be taking off runway 01 Charlie. Sweet. Move on to the next page, and we'll go to departures, arrivals. Departure 01 Charlie for the Buns 3 departure through Arme transition. Okay. En route. From Arme, we're going on the Quebec 72 airway. Taking that all the way to Hacks. CKS. And then from Hacks to Plash, Plash, but I'm not going to put that in yet because that is the transition into our arrival. We'll be using the Sink Pit 2 arrival. And we're planned to land runway 5 left. I don't know how true that's going to be, but we'll just do that for now. Or Snake Pit 2, I guess. Sorry about that. It's Sink Pit 2. Plash transition. No. Okay. ILS. 05 left. And then Snake Pit 2. Plash. And we can check on the transition like so. Approach. 05 left. Alright, so Kelly, I think it was what came up. Yeah, the Kelly transition. Let me go ahead and release the fuel truck real quick. Get to that page. But yeah, Kelly was supposed to be the transition. That's down to the south. Okay, so if I don't do Kelly, I wonder what it ends up being. I'll activate this for now, and then we can check the actual page and then figure that out from there. We'll go to our performance numbers. We were going to be cruising at flight level 360 for this flight. And while I remember, let me go ahead and go up top and dial in 360 into cabin altitude thingamajig. Elevation of Indianapolis. I need Washington Dulles. 313 feet, so we can leave that on 300. Alright, leave that one on 300. And currently we are good upstairs. Forward cart is arriving. Cruise wind is going to be 33 34069. Nice. Cost index 17 for this flight, since it's so short. Reserves. Let me open my load sheet here. Reserve fuel for this flight is going to be 2018, round up 2100 plus 100, 2.2 as usual. It's pretty much always our reserves, and then I need the aircraft to finish being loaded to get the 0 fuel weight. Speaking of which, we can start the loading of the forward cargo bay. And then in one limit, I actually have a tool I'm going to use for that. Cars, brief load. Take off. Cars data. I will not be using anti-ice on the takeoff. Optimum flaps, engine bleeds on, optimum thrust, and optimum temperature. Pulling the weather. We are in dry conditions. That wind is nuts. Because the Meteo shows the winds are 330 for 15, gusting 27, not 37. Runway 01 center. And now this is where this comes in. I need you. We'll close that load sheet. I'll pin that. No, that's for Indy. I need the continued for Washington Dulles. Alright, for one center, the usable length. Oh, wait. No. I don't need that for the takeoff. I'm sorry. Tora is going to be the runway's full length. 11,503. Clear wind stopway don't matter. Calculate. Okay. So. In one limit, we're going to select a temperature of 48 degrees with a thrust rating of 24K, so we're not going to derate the thrust. I'll allow it to derate the climb. And we'll be taking off flaps 1, departure. Flaps 1 there. Runway wind, real quick, I've got to pull that up again. Scratch pad. Always write these things down, people. Always write these things down. 341 for 37. According to the simulator. And we don't really care too much about runway slope. We'll go back to performance initial. Okay, so forward baggage is done being loaded. So we have our full weight on board. At least we should. Yep, our passengers are done loading as well. We'll go ahead and let the plane give us their 0 fuel weight. Not going to mess with the planned fuel. Drag required after Alkov. Okay. And we will execute that. In one limit, we've already done takeoff. Get our CG trim, 4.89. We've already put in the runway wind, so we can go ahead and confirm our V speeds. V1 at 23, rotate at 29, and V2 at 134. Yes, I know drag required after Alkov. We get it. Let's do V2 plus 2154 here. Oh, I can get the flight directors on. Auto throttle arm on. And 154 in the box. Go ahead and put this up to 36,000. Alright, 4.89 on the trim. Get that dialed in. Not quite 5, but just almost. Excuse me. Alright, takeoff reference is good. Alright, and we can go ahead and go to doors. We'll close the left door. Ground services. Is anything still up at the aircraft? Let's go ahead and switch over to the APU buses. And then we can disconnect the ground power. Make sure our parking brake is set, which it is. And we can go ahead and remove the chocks. We'll go ahead and turn on the anti-collision light. Sweet, jetway is gone. And we can pre-plan our pushback. Tail left. As we need our tail pointing east, so our nose is pointing west, so we can get over to 01 center. I am an idiot. I literally just said we needed the tail left, and I tried to put the tail right. Alright, enter on that. And we can request pushback because we're pretty much good to go already. Scratch pad 29.88 was the altimeter. I am glad I remembered that. Alright, we're good there. Turn on traffic. And it should be good. Arm LNAV and VNAV. Oh, also, I need to check on the runway heading. Charts list. .011. Oh, that is the wrong knob. Sorry, ground dude. Parking brakes released. We'll just put 2200 in here. Because it honestly does not matter since we're not on any network. Alright, we'll go ahead and shut off the packs. Keep that open. Engine 1 over to... actually ground, not continuous. And we'll go ahead and get the left engine started to fire up. Turn this up so you guys can hear this a little bit better. Now, if you are here watching the stream, please remember, shoot a message in the chat, so let me know you're here and who you are. Maybe we can chat things out. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. And if I don't know something, I'll either look it up or just tell you flat out, I don't know. I mean, if I don't know it, I'm going to tell you either way. And then probably look it up. Get fuel to engine number 1. Please don't mind the Lufthansa planes here. I don't know why AIG does this. It just puts planes wherever it wants to. Ah, the PMDG sounds good. Alright, buddy, we'll set that parking brake. Yeah, you have a good day, bud. I will have a good flight. I will! Alright, we can get engine 2 over the ground. Let it start spooling. apologize if you guys can hear me sniffing. My little bit of something in my nose. Allergy season, you know how it is. Alright, we're about 20% on the N2. Go ahead and give that one fuel as well. Listen to that happy boy spool. Alright, engine 2 is started. We're good there. Let's go ahead and get the engine bleeds on. ISO valve to auto. Packs to auto. Go ahead and get the probe heats on. Engine hydraulics on. Can turn on the taxi light. And turn the yaw damper back on because for some reason that was off. Electrics over to the generator buses. And we can kill the APU. Do we have anything in the center tanks? No, we do not. So we're good there. Alright, get the flaps down to 1. Set out a brakes to RTO. Taxi light is already on. And let's go ahead and start rolling to the runway. Oh, parking brake. Give it a little bit of power. Straighten out the nose gear. And before I blow out everybody's ears, I'm just going to warn you guys, I'm about to go to the outside view. Look at that smooth performance. It's just so wonderful. That was supposed to be one of the Lufthansa guys sitting back there, or up ahead. As you know, Lufthansa 737s and A320s totally fly to Dulles from Europe, because they can make that. I swear. I'm kidding, we all know they can't. If there is anybody watching, how was your day? Let me know how your day went. Let me know how your day's going. Wherever you are, morning, afternoon, night, whether your day is just starting or your day is just ending, I want to know. Or if you're in the middle of it and can't wait to go home from work and you just happen to be scrolling and see my stream and just say hi. I need people. I need conversation, human interaction. Flock, my people, come to me. I wish to speak to you. I wish to speak to you about a great many things. We'll increase the throttle a smidgen. And by a smidgen, I mean by like 15%. And we'll drop it back to idle. Just wanted to get a little bit more speed out of the aircraft. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with wanting to go a little bit fast on the ground. As long as we're not breaking any rules, everything's fine. Alright, and we will take, I think, the first left here on Zulu. That is a very nice Southwest skin. Is that the one for Arizona? I think it is. possibly. Either Arizona or New Mexico. I know it's not Nevada. I know for sure it's not Nevada. But anyway, left turn here. Got right here, of course, taxiway Zulu, like I said. The next one over is Yankee. Ooh, excuse that yawn. What was I saying? My brain just went blank. You know how, like, people will say their train of thought got lost? Yeah, mine derailed. Like, 30 train car pile up, middle of nowhere. Emergency services are not on their way. They don't even know. The closest ones are 2 hours away. It's terrible. They've got to send a helicopter. Yeah. No clue what I was even talking about. Oh, the taxiways. Yeah, Zed and Yankee. Or Zulu and Yankee. Yeah, that's about it. I didn't really have much for you there. I don't even know why I mentioned it. At all. Okay, and we're just gonna glide right on past that. I do apologize for anybody that pops in here. I'm gonna be a little loopy. Although, however, that may work out in favor for you, the viewers, anyway, because loopy emperor is funny emperor. And, you know, everybody likes a good laugh, right? Everybody likes a good laugh. So, I shall be me. If I offend anybody, I'm sorry. I do randomly do other accents and voices and such. To be totally honest with you, I don't even think I can control it at this point. It's just kind of me now, I guess. Oh, I remember what I was saying about Yankee and Zulu. They go to the same place. They have the same intersections. Ain't that neat? So I could have taken either of them. Why did I take Zulu, then you ask? Why not Yankee? Yankee seems to be a little closer to the runway. I'm glad you asked, and I almost missed my turn completely. You see, Zulu, being further from the runway, gives me more space to make my turns in. Because if I took Yankee, I'd be turning to the right here or right there, and by the time I got into this little part of the taxiway here, I wouldn't be lined up properly, would I? Even though I'm not lined up properly now, because I'm terrible at taxiing. You know it, I know it, God knows it. Chickens I have in a wooden box in my basement knows it. That, by the way, is facts, no cap. We have chickens. And they were too young to be outside when, you know, we can't control the weather and the temperature and all that. But since they have grown up and they're large, strong, independent chickens who don't need no man, they're going to be going outside soon. They need more space. They're getting kind of big. They're looking kind of tasty. I mean large. I mean matured. I don't know. I don't know how to say it without it sounding weird, so F it. We're just gonna go with what I said. I said what I said, and I said it. And I ain't taking it back. So don't ask, because it's not happening. Rawr. Anyway. Okay. My strangeness is getting a little too high. Okay, brakes off. Real quick, we're just gonna alert the cabin crew that we are ready for takeoff. Do one final pass of the overhead, make sure everything is Gucci. We've got the engine ignition switches over to continuous. Position and strobe is on. Strobe and steady. Packs and air conditioning are all set up. Window heat, probe heat are good. We don't need anti-ice. Hydraulics are good. Fuel's good. Power's good. Yaw damper is on. Navs are good. Okay, let's get out of here. Let us depart. Do I have... No, I don't have a HUD. Balls. I was really hoping the United one had the HUD. Although it might. I don't know. I did play around with some of the aircraft options when I first got the aircraft. You guys should know. Y'all have seen me screw around on that page before. So customizing the aircraft to how I like it, not the company. Sorry, United, but I'm the captain of this vessel, therefore my cockpit shall look how I wish for it to look. My plane shall have the equipment I want it to have. Alright, we will go brakes on for a short second here. Engines to 50. Brakes off. Engine stabilized. Toga power.
Airspeed's alive.
Cross-checked.
80 knots.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Gonna go ahead and hand fly it through this turn. Oh Jesus! No wonder we're undercutting the turn so much. The winds are pushing us around as well. Ooh, Lordy bejesus! That is a lot of wind. Flaps up. The nose down a bit. And I will hand the controls over to the autopilot. I am now hands off. Alright. Auto brakes off. Landing gear lever off. I'll leave that alone. Leave all this alone. Lights can stay like this until, well, text lights can come up, but the lights can stay like this. Did I ask for an automated weather observation? Did I? Sorry, Asus, but you going on forever like that? Can't do it. I just can't do it. I cannot do it. I am so sorry. That was an impression of Obama, and it was horrid. Drag required after alcove. We know! You've told us 80 bajillion, trillion, quintillion, timey-wimey scientists. Coming up now through 8,000 feet. And here comes 10,000, landing lights off, runway turn-offs off. Those three can stay the way they are. Engine ignition over to auto. And there's nothing else we need to do up top. Real quick check. Flight plan here. I don't believe that that's right. Hold on, let me check that. Approach. 5 left. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's where the vectors should be. Okay, where is alcove? Up there! What? Why are you... Now? Really? Why? How dare you? How dare you, sir? Alright, we are climbing real pretty. I'm going to go ahead and turn the game back down a good bit to about half. And then I can get the music on for y'all again if you like. Well, of course you'd like. This music is great. It's great, but not that great. At least not for stuff like cruise. Let's go for some lo-fi, maybe? Let's try this. Oh, yeah. Oh, wonderful. I just checked the overlay and everything's still working. For some reason, a lot of the times it just breaks and stops updating the altitude heading. Rather agitating. Alright, let's go over to standard pressure. We're above 18,000 feet. Climbing up towards 20,000. Doesn't the 737 just look fantastic in United colors? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, wonderful. Fix something that's been annoying me for a while. I didn't have any hotkeys set to mute and unmute my microphone during the stream, so good to have that. Climbing through 23,000. Once again, we're heading up to 36,000. Oh, so as I was saying earlier, yeah. So yeah, my roommate and her father. Thank you again, Sasha. But yeah, I got my CPU upgraded. Got a water cooler. I've never had water cooling in my computer before, ever, in any of my old builds either. So this is a first for me. I'm liking it. It's pretty cool. Got a Corsair H100i RGB XT Pro or something like that. Long story short, it's pretty decent and it's gorgeous. That came from a buddy of mine from Discord. Shout out to Michael. Thanks, buddy. And I forget what the fans are, but they're also RGB. We've got some very beautiful patterns to them. Kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit staring at them sometimes. And, the new microphone as well with a boom, pop filter, and all that. Good stuff. I'm extremely appreciative of the friends I have. And all of the hardware that I have now, those changes will be, or should be, reflected in the description of this video and all further streams to come. Actually, I think I'm going to do a little bit of editing because the way I have it now is a little hard to read. Alright, we'll save that. Go to YouTube Studio. Settings. Upload defaults. Place all that. And we'll save it. We will soon be climbing to 35,000 feet. And at that time, you will hear the aircraft's buzzer to tell you you are 1,000 below your target altitude. Target altitude being what you put into here in the... and my brain is drawing a blank again. What you put in here into the autopilot panel. That's what I'm gonna just call it. Oh, the MCP, main control panel. Jesus. You heard the buzzer for the 1,000 below. Now, things are slightly rocky up here, but I don't want to leave everyone in their seats the entire time, because if I get another person peeing on the seats on my plane, they're going to do some wing walking at cruise. So, let's go ahead and turn off the fasten seatbelt signs. We're leveling off at 36,000. And let's see how much time we've got. So we've got about an hour until we get to Indianapolis. Some took the process 45 minutes, but as Captain Canada likes to point out, add about 15 to that, and you've got a pretty good estimate for when you're going to be, on the ground at the gate. Drag required after alcove. We know. Let me go ahead and check progress. 246 miles till top of descent. Speaking of descent, I'm going to go in here to forecast, and I am going to put in the weather data for our descent. What's our current altitude? 36,000. I'll do as I normally do. We'll do 310, 200, and 100. Flight level 310, the winds are 355 for 062. At flight level 200, they are 343 for 44. And at 10,000 feet, 002 for 025. Invalid entry. Oh. Slash. And we'll execute that. All the aircraft to do its calculations. Alright, let's get ourselves a cinematic cam in here. Oh yeah, this is a new camera angle that I've programmed into the plane. Or rather, I should say saved to the plane. Not much going on out there, but I think it's cool to have nonetheless. Alright, and real quick, I'm gonna go and grab something to drink. I will be back, my friends. Do not cry for me. Alright, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. While I was downstairs getting something to drink, I realized I also needed to use the little boy's room. So, went to the bathroom as well. Alright, let's see where we are. About to pass hacks. Check progress. 165 miles to descent. Jesus. I had a hard time getting that out. Let's take a look. Oh, hi, Panther. Hey, yo, where's my packing peanuts? Well, our flight's super short, so there's no snacks, but I'm pretty sure I could have one of the flight attendants crawl down into the cargo hold and find you some. How's it going, buddy? Give me a cargo box. Keck. You wanna, like, ride in the cargo hold and I'll tell the company to give you some of your money back? Just woke up. How's the flight? So far, going well. I'm not a smoking crater in the ground yet, so better than I expected. We are heading to Indianapolis from Dulles, so woohoo! Short flight, which is great because I need a nap badly, but you know. Oh, by the way, Panther, I not researched. Jesus Christ. I bought the Tomcat and I have enough money to crew it, but once I do crew it, I'm only gonna have like 29,000 lions left, and I'm not really comfortable with that. So I'm gonna have to grind out a little bit more silver lions, maybe another 100, 200,000 before I can comfortably put a pilot in the 14. Comms. Anus for Indianapolis, 134.250. That's not what I needed. Crap, I needed to... Well, no, I didn't need to put it in over there. It's a 9K repair cost stock, so if you want some extra for that... Yeah, you're right. Plus, when I do finally play it, I plan on being in sim with you, so... I'll probably need quite a buffer. And hopefully, we will be able to find some sim matches that are the US and allies versus anything other than the US. Don't flight in sim till they fix the IFF. Yeah, you got a point there. It's just ARB is at top tier right now, but you know my issues with ARB at the moment. I just want to fly the thing in VR. I want to see if it's anything like the Tomcat is in DCS. I mean, like, of course it's not going to be to that quality level or have anything clickable in the cockpit, but like the ability to view your view around you, positioning, how it, kind of feels to fly it in VR. That's the kind of stuff I want to check out. Although I'm sure if I wanted to do that, I could just, well, I don't know. Nate doesn't do sim, I don't think so. I don't know. I'll test fly it. It comes spaded for performance and test. Yeah. I did save that that gold that I had So I got a few upgrades on it. Nothing too crazy. I got the first set of AIM-7s. I researched, I think the AIM-9Ds are the first AIM-9s it gets. I don't remember. I got G-Suit and I think airframe and the compressor. I don't know. But it wasn't too many things. Just some quality of life stuff. Let's take a quick look at the map where we are in relation to our departure and destination. Wow, we're actually past the halfway point already. This is a very short flight. Honestly, if I wasn't so freaking exhausted, I would probably do the return flight to Dulles, but not today, not this stream. Flying tired is a bad idea. Not gonna lie, the AIM-7F is more effective than the 54s. It's just funny you always salvoing them off after you take off. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even in DCS, the AIM-54 isn't really that effective. And I would imagine the AIM-7F is just worlds better than the Phoenix, just because you can actually use it within closer range. The AIM-54, I see it as an extremely long-range AIM-9 Bravo. You know what I mean? It's good for, you know, locking up something far, far off, firing 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 off, and, you know, letting them attack that target, or if that target dies, they'll go pitbull at some point and find new targets, maybe, and try to guide them on those. And those aren't even AIM-54 Charlies either. They're AIM-54As, I think, so they're not even really that great. Actually, let me see. DCS AIM-54. Yeah. Because in DCS, the 14 in there uses the AIM-54 Charlie / Mark 47. It's a really good missile. Really, really good weapon. But I had never expected it to be extremely useful in a War Thunder match. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't set up our fixes. Its issue is the tracking capability because it's the early model of the missile. I've slapped a 14 from 62 kilometers away, but 9 times out of 10 it'll just miss and lose its target. Yeah, that's the problem with the A model of the AIM-54. It's just, its tracking is terrible. It was honestly developed for scrambling the 14, essentially, and firing it at large Soviet bombers that can't really dodge it, and from very far away. Wasn't really made to take out other fighters. Distance /50 /10 /5. Progress 105 miles to top of descent. Oh my god, I'm just so happy with my performance. Like, look at this. I can just yeet the camera all around and it stays at 60. It's magnificent. I apologize if you get motion sick. I know Dave wouldn't have been able to watch what I just did. Yeah, it's not meant to track fighters, but in the game I'd say it's best used from around 20 kilometers of a Sparrow. If you use it from 10, it's a guaranteed kill. Yeah, as long as you can maintain the lock. I mean, if the target is like far below you and it ends up fading into the background noise, quote unquote, in the radar of the ground, you'll lose lock and then the missile won't track. Or you'll have one of those War Thunder moments where you lost the lock on a semi-active radar-guided missile and it just keeps on yeeting after the target. So, kind of a toss-up with that one. But in every other situation, yeah, I'd use the Fs. They broke PD big time in this update. PD does not care about chaff. Yeah. I think it was Snightman that was telling me that. Yeah, that Paul Stoppas just don't care about your chaff. Cry about it. Yeah. Which, I mean, forces people to learn how to actually dodge missiles. Because IRL, they teach you, and honestly a lot of like the more hardcore squadrons in DCS will teach you that your very last line of defense against a missile is countermeasures. The only thing you should need to dodge a missile, like absolutely need to do, is maneuver. That's it. Countermeasures are a last ditch, holy crap, this thing has found the gates and it's trying to enter, if you know what I mean. I don't want to say that on stream, but you know what I mean. But so like, I mean, I use countermeasures when I'm in RB and, you know, one of y'all starts yelling missile. But to be completely honest with you, I don't really need to use flares or chaff. I have a little bit of training in BFM, at least, you know, simulated BFM, and I know how to maneuver to defeat a missile, so. Or rather, how you're supposed to maneuver if you can defeat the missile, given whatever platform you're playing in. I had to put a grain of salt on that because God knows that Gaijin, if notching is broken, then yeah. I've done everything from the book to try and dodge, but those 72s from the F4J are just insane. Yeah, those things are like angry, hungry pit bulls. Okay, so like active radar homing missiles are a lot easier to dodge than semi-active just because you have to break the lock from the aircraft's radar, which is, you know, tens of times more powerful than the missile's radar. So like, dodging an AIM-120, well yeah, it's somewhat difficult. It's nowhere near as challenging as dodging a AIM-7E2, the dogfight AIM-7. It's, yeah. Between 6 to 10 kilometers, no dodging it. Yeah, exactly. The thing can turn like a beast. It has a pretty good burn time on its thruster. And again, you gotta break the lock from the launch platform, not the missile itself. Pretty interesting shit. Oh, by the way, Panther, I don't know if you know or not, but in War Thunder PvP Helicopter EC, I can't find it anymore. I think they got rid of it, and now the PvE one is there. Yes, they just raised the repair costs of a bunch of helicopters, but the premiums that I have, like the American Patton and the K-50, I have been grinding money with those. I've played 2 matches today. One of them to its end. The other one I left halfway through because it was just taking forever, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, no, it was like 5 or 6 something. No, it was sometime after you got off. Sometime after you got off. I don't even know when. But made like almost 300,000. So that's, I think, how I'm gonna be doing my money grinding from now on. I think I need to do some testing to find out the exact range the 54s stop burning, because they become invisible for who it's chasing. Yeah, and yeah, no, that's not bad at all. I mean, considering I was in that match for, I think, just under an hour, and my score, I didn't even hit 3,000, I don't think, by the time I left. I just got too bored, because it was literally me and one other guy, and he had went AFK for like half an hour. Yeah, I just got bored and left. But I still made almost 300k and 45,000 RP. So, yeah, no, not bad at all. Okay, so we're about 60 miles from top of descent. Let's see, what is the last cleared, or I should say, what's the last posted altitude on my approach, or my instrument approach, I should say. $6,000 feet at Petin. 6,000. And once we get closer to the top of the set marker, I'll plug that into the MCP. For now, just let it do its thing. So about it's finally achievable. Researching a heli only took them 3 years. Yeah, right. Like, I can't even imagine the grinding hell Snipeman went through to get to the H1Z. Who helped you set up your overlay? It's clean as hell. Actually, nobody. Oh, Jesus, hold on a second. But yeah, nobody helped me set up the overlay. It's an application called FlyLive Dashboard. Here, I'll show you in 1 sec. So, once you get the application installed and everything, comes up like this, and then you go into Flight Dispatcher, put in that information, and then, you know, it brings up your flight plan and all that sort of thing, or not your flight plan, but the weather on both ends, and feeds all of the data to a, what is it called again? Dashboard. Long story short, when you export this, you can export it as a link, and then you can put that into Streamlabs, and it throws the overlay, then you can resize it and whatnot. But that's how I've got the overlay. He didn't grind, Scope bought it for him, getting him through a bunch of research. The AH1Z, no. He actually ground to the AH1Z. The Longbow Apache, however, that was Miles paying him back for grinding. $43 miles from top of descent now. I cannot wait to get this thing on the ground. Oh, how smooth it is. It's so wonderful. I just can't get over how smooth, the smoothness. It doesn't stutter. Frames don't drop. I can change the view as much as I want, and it doesn't care. Yes! Sorry, had a weird moment there. Scott wants to buy my services to place Sim with his 900% booster. I mean, does he even have anything worth flying in Sim? Because, I mean... I don't know. My thoughts went poof. Yeah, whatever in the world I was about to say got Thanos snapped. That's all I know. And who's it? She's got a thousand after. Oh, the 4B. Let's just say 5C. Holy crap! I never noticed this PPG sticker here. That's pretty cool. Oh my god! A number's like in the. There's a serial number inlaid into the window. What the heck? Alright. Okay, PMDG. We see you. No, when I said my train of thought derailed and that thought got Thanos snapped, I was saying something about Miles and the offer he made you. Unless you're talking about something else I said that I literally don't even remember. And if that's the case, oof. My poor brain. I'm just a rat in a cargo bean into packing peanuts. Seems legit. That'd be a scary ass sight, don't you think? Like, a plane lands, ground crew opens. Oh yeah, the window stickers. That's right. Jeez, my brain. Anyway, just like imagine you're a baggage handler, right? And a plane lands and it gets marshaled in, and you open the cargo door on the plane, and you're taking baggage out, and you move a crate, and there's just a man-sized rat in the corner munching on packing peanuts. That'd be the weirdest shit ever. I would probably quit my job that very day. I'd be like, you know what? Can't have shit in Detroit. I'm getting out of here. Oh my god, guys. We're only 14 miles from top of the shed. I'm gonna tell the yahoos in the back to put their seatbelts back on. You happen to have no seatbelts down there in the cargo hold, just, you know, hold on to something heavy, I guess. Or nuzzle yourself up between a few suitcases. It's a cat page I follow on Instagram that has anxiety, so it has this massive box full of packing peanuts like a ball pit for kids, and it calms it down and makes it happy. It's adorable AF. Aww! I kinda wanna see that now. I kinda do. Oh, one of the straps. Alright. Grab one of the straps. Alright, works for me. Works for me. Now, I'm gonna tell you this now. Considering how tired I am, and having trouble getting my eye sockets to focus, my eyeballs to focus in my eye sockets, in my peeper holes. So this landing might be a bit scuffed, my guy. you might want to hold on down there, because you might find yourself making a dude-shaped dent in the floor, or completely crushing somebody's luggage and shit spills out everywhere, but that's their problem. We handle FedEx packages on United anyway, I think. So, if you ever get a package delivered by FedEx and it's like completely smushed, just know there is a possibility that a man-sized rat in the cargo hold of the plane crushed your damn package. They do. They absolutely do. That is a very good point. But Daddy didn't raise no bitch, so... It's, Hey. Anyway, I was gonna make a joke, but it's probably best that I don't. All I have to say is, wept till I die. Ain't no brakes on this plane. I mean, until we touch down. There are definitely brakes once we touch down. We have to have brakes. Don't tell the FAA I said there are no brakes. They will find me. Anyhow. Hey, look, we are descending. Imagine it. It's wonderful. Indy. Elevation 796 feet. I'm going to set that to 800. That's not something you want to say piloting a passenger airline with what, 120 civvies? I do believe we have 114 souls on board. Yeah, 114 souls on board. Okay, sorry, we have 114 passengers on board. I'm sure at least 5 of them are gingers, so we'll say 109 souls on board. Keck. Okay, brother, listen. Full disclosure, this music has had me dancing in my chair for like the last 20 minutes. No cap, I've been wiggling. The gingers of the drag chute. Oh my god. That's messed up. That is messed up. But you know what they say. I gotta refill my vape. What juice? Form them into a pretzel like the Zohan movie and stick them up the back for the extra drag. Will do. No, you know what I will do? I'll send them out onto the wings and have them lay down like belly first, flat. Have them hook their toes over the front end, the leading edge of the wing. Or, no, have them on their back with their legs like bent in front of the leading edge, and then they can like put their hands up above their heads and then do crunches up so that they can be secondary spoilers. It'll be perfect. Yeah, you're right. You do be the correct. Okay, so let's start doing some of our landing stuffs. I need to go to The landing calculator. Pop into the A cars. What is my current gross weight? Is that current or? I don't think that's current. I'll see if it changes as we burn off some gas. But I really don't think that's current. Okay, so we're currently planning to land. Holy Jesus! Land on runway 05 left. English, do I speak it? In Mexico, that's a free plane ride holding onto the wings like that. Hey, if they can do it on trains in India, they can do it on planes in Mexico. I'm telling you. I'm gonna get banned from YouTube talking to you, I swear to God. We need to find the LDA of this runway that we're gonna be landing on. So, I'm gonna click here on kind, open the charts, go to airport info, continued, 05 left, 10,211 feet. And I will plug that into the thingy on the thingy, 10,211. And because I don't trust myself, I'm going to check that number again just to make sure I have not completely lost it. Opening the charts list. Info continued. Yeah, 10 to 11. Okay. Everything's good there. See, this is 119.4. I don't trust it. Oh wait, 119.3. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll trust it. 129 wind correction plus 5 knots. So that's what, 134. Sweet. Sweetly deep. Approach. 05 left. Okay. I'm gonna go find the cat while you hit on approach. Okay. That's fine, buddy. That's all fine. Everything's running good. Alright, for localizer approach, we need minimums. This one. 1,000. Wait. That's with glide slope out. Okay, we'll plan this one for a Cat 1 landing. 947 feet. Could this go a little bit faster? There we go. 947. Alright, sweet. We've got our minimums in. Runway heading is 050. Throw that under the course. Yes, good. Okay. So our runway is active for landing. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the altimeter, 0.17. I can switch over from standard to local pressure now. I'm gonna zoom in a little on this. And we will murder the music. I started clicking on the wrong tab and then I was completely and utterly confused as to why the volume wasn't going down when I was sliding the volume slider down. We're not going to talk about it. At all. Ever. Period. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. You can't make me. Yeah. EFIS. Mode. Nav. Frequency. Disagree. Never had that happen. Okay. Well. Whatever. Never drive. Localizer for this runway is 111.75. 1.75. We'll switch that over to active. Oh, that might be why that happened. I was trying to get the vertical profile thing up, and I clicked this by accident in the VOR mode. I need to put it in map mode. Or not put it in map mode, I meant to have it in map mode, but also the vertical thing up. Okay, we don't really actually need that. Sending down through 14,000. Those of you that don't speak German, that's 14,000. Das ist gut. Das ist sehr, sehr gut. I need these waypoints on. Und everything shall be awesome. Alright. So we've got 119.2 in there. Engine bleeds on. Reversers, no auto land. Runway conditions dry. Let's grab the Metro one more time. 10,211 in there. Let's calculate our landing performance. Okay, send it on your Instagram. We can go through the page and get your daily serotonin free knockout. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so of course we're going to be doing a flaps 30 landing. That'll be 128. Go ahead and drop that down one knot. Max landing rate of the runway is 129,000. We're landing at 117-ish, so landing altitude is 800 feet. Auto brakes. I will take auto brake 2. Well, let's see. The runway we're coming in on 5 left. Kind of. Yeah, we'll do auto brakes 2. Because with auto brakes 2, it calculates that we'll be able to slow down to a stop if necessary within 7,000 feet. Not even 7,000. So, and it's an 11,000 foot runway. So, we've got room to spare. What is the landing altitude set to? 800. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and zoom that in some. Rip. Welcome to my camp. I don't really want it to decel there. Yeah, actually, no, that's fine. If it decels right before Tracy, that's fine. Because what I can do is get the flaps out to like 5, slow down the flaps 5 configuration speed, and then once I vector myself around and turn in for runway heading, excuse me, I had to yawn there. We can start bringing the flaps further out and slowing the aircraft down for landing. Honestly, sad I miss Baku. It's one of my favorites for how tight it is. Yeah, Baku is a really good race. I really wanted to see how the new cars performed on the tracks, but I just haven't had the spare money to get a subscription to F1 TV or Sky or what have you. Poorly, they perform poorly, yeah. Is it because of the surprise hydraulics issue that they perform poorly? Or is it something else? Or is it because of the fact that at low speeds, ground effect doesn't matter at all, and they barely have any downforce? It's three-wheeling that tight downhill hairpin because of how stiff the cars are. Oh, God. They can't loosen the suspension at all? $6,000 und 1,000 above. Alright, we're below 10,000. I'm gonna go ahead and get the engine ignitions over to continuous. Lights are still good there. Get the landing lights, the runway turn off lights on. I'll turn on the taxi lights too, because why not? There's not really anything else that needs to be done on the overhead for landing, per se. Got the auto brake set. I'm going to move my physical throttles back. and arm the speed brakes. Oh, went up wants me at 4197. Or rather, the plane wants me at 4197. Maneuvering in the altitude. Alright, flaps 1. All the top teams are almost out of part replacements already, and there's still so much left in the season. Oh my god! How much did your PC cost altogether? Oh, hi there! I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but altogether, I'd say probably with the parts that are in it, around 1800, 1800, if I could ballpark it. Currently flying on Xbox Series X, but I'm considering the upgrade to PC. I will tell you, it is definitely worth the upgrade. It is 100% worth going to PC. Because with PC, you can have a lot more peripherals, of course. You know, keyboard and mouse stuff. You can get a HOTAS. I know you can get a HOTAS for Xbox, but you just have so much more customizability with PC. And plus, you'll get much better performance out of a self-built computer. Excuse me. By the way, thanks for popping in. Thanks for, saying something in chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really want the Phoenix A320. As soon as I can afford it, I'm definitely going to get it. Yeah, exactly, Panther. Exactly. Alright, so we're going to set this to a heading of 050. Heading so. Oh, no, we're not. Hold on. LNAV, LNAV, LNAV. I forgot. 050 is the final approach heading. Woo! Yeah, I get that. Too expensive. I feel that. Thanks for the subscription, bud. I appreciate it. And now here's to hoping this landing isn't scuffed because I'm exhausted. Alright. What is the altitude it wants me to go down to? Intercept altitude for the ILS ish. Let's see here. 2,100. And we'll go flaps 5. I will actually do that once we're a little bit further out, because we've got about 2,000 that we need to shave off. 2,000 feet. I want to have a good bit of room to do that slowly so that our speed doesn't shoot back up on the descent. Alright, we are mostly configured for this landing already. Everything's good there. I'm going to give the attendants a real quick call. Let them know. What's going on? Is it a tough job to build a PC? I wouldn't... Well, it can be tough, depending on the size of the case you get, and the size of the parts you get. It can be a struggle to fit everything in there. But for me personally, it's a labor of love. I absolutely love building computers, so I don't really see it as a hassle. If I hit something that's tough to do or tough to get in, it's just going to take me some time, and that's it. If you're the kind of person that likes taking things apart and putting them back together to see how they work, you'll love building PCs. Okay, we're gonna go direct to Statham. Let the LNAV take us in there. I don't quite want to go flaps 10 yet, so I'm yeah, I'll take us flaps 10. It's gonna be about the same speed anyway. It's like a big Lego set. It's really easy when you follow the instructions. Yeah, pretty much. Let's just make sure you know where you're plugging wires into on the motherboard and all that. Make sure you don't put them in the wrong place. Double and triple check everything before you turn it on. And this is the superstition of people that build PCs, but you never do the first boot up with the side panel on. Always do it with the side panel off. Don't know why, but things tend to not go wrong when you have the side panel off. So remember that if you do that. I have to save up for a while, but I do think a PC would help, as I'm using planes such as the stock A320 Neo, which is boring when you fly it all the time. Yeah, I understand that. I definitely get that. I had... Oh, hold on 1 second. I gotta do altitude intervention, and then... it'll get down. What was it? Yeah, before I got the PMDG, I was flying a lot of the fly-by-wire A320, and it just got so repetitive, and it was just the same thing over and over. And then it took them quite a while to get the VNAV update out, which, not a problem, I get it. That sort of thing takes a while to perfect, and it's still not perfect. They're still updating it, but I just got so tired of waiting. Alright, see you in a moment. And then you fly something like the 787, which, let's be honest, the Sobo 787 is kind of garbage. It really is garbage. Now, considering that I'm on PC, I can use the Heavy Division mod for the 787, which is really nice, but that also still doesn't have all the functionality I want. Now, why can't I get both to... Okay. I'm going to just arm approach mode. I'm going to arm the second one. Hopefully they... No, they both won't stay on. Is it because... Hang on. Oh, whatever. I'm going to hand land it anyway. I don't need that. But yeah, the Heavy Division, it's a great mod. It adds a lot of functionality to the 787, the stock 787, which is fantastic. But it doesn't have everything you would really want in a 787. You know what I mean? There's also minor things that PC MSFS has, like toolbar pushback and vatsim. Exactly. I literally would not do a flight in a commercial aircraft without toolbar pushback. It's honestly kind of that integral. I mean, the PMDG has its own pushback you can use, and of course so does the sim itself, but having that map come up and you can choose exactly what points to put your plane at and what direction you want it to turn, nothing like it. Nothing else like it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the landing gear out 2500, just so that when I need to slow down further up or closer to the airport I can without having to put out the speed brakes, because I hate doing that. Because sometimes I'll use the speed brakes on short final and then completely forget to close them and rearm them right before I touch down, so then they never deploy on the ground. Yeah, it's great. There are a couple of other little nifty programs that you can use with, you know, the PC version that you can't with others, with like Xbox and whatnot. And it's honestly the mods is what makes flying on PC so much better. Well, we're gonna have a bumpy landing. Oh, really? And honestly, this is running so smoothly on my computer right now because of my roommate. So my birthday was last Monday, and my roommate bought me a new, like, top-of-the-line Ryzen processor. And that helped with a lot of the choppiness I was having. Because if you take a look back at my older streams, there were a lot of moments where, you know, I'd get freezes or really low FPS for no reason at all. And it's just so much better now, and I have her to thank for that. So also, all of my PC specs are in the description of this video and all other videos. So you can go ahead and look at that if you'd like, just to kind of give yourself an idea of the sort of hardware you want. And you can find all of the parts for my build on Amazon. So you can kind of put together a pseudo parts list. And I'm almost done the VREF. I'm going to go ahead and go flaps 30. And we be landing. Give me 1 second. I need to open my recorder. Come on. Record. So I would like to record this landing. Thank you. Thank you very much. You said when it comes to building a PC, I have no idea on the parts you need in that. There are a lot of guides you can look at for that. If you look up on YouTube, and you might want to write this down real quick, Linus Tech Tips, Linus, and another guy by the name of Jay's 2 Cents. They both have a lot of videos on what sort of parts you want to get, you know, what's going to cost what, you know, ballpark sort of things. Real quick, let me go ahead and land this, and then I will continue talking about that. My aircraft.
500. 400. 300.
Still on glide
Approaching
slow.
minimums. Minimums.
Stabilized. Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Wonderful. We are down. $80 knots. $60 knots. Reverser stowed. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm going to manual braking. And we're going to be exiting to the right here on Alpha 5. See, that's like when I'm watching Captain Canada streams. Every now and again, I'll throw in the chat, somebody call up the tower and let them know to get the lobster ready, because Cap's going to butter the runway. Alright, we can turn off the auto braking, and I want to continue through here onto Sierra. Alright, let's go ahead and clean up the flaps. I was watching his India tour yesterday. Yeah, I ended up missing that one, unfortunately. Nice. Captain Canada, that man, he deserves the donations, honestly. He's so good at this. I mean, granted, he's been, you know, streaming flight sims for X amount of years now, but I've been watching him for a while. I think I found him back in like 2017. And, it was about the only thing that'd get me through the workday because it was a job that I very much didn't like. Unfortunate reality of being an adult. But, yeah, that is very well deserved, for sure. Alright, I am going to find us a gate. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Seriously. You will end up being my very first stream donation. If that does end up happening. You'll be my very first stream donation. I kind of... See, because I was thinking about it, and I mean, like, I'm not really doing this for the money. I'm doing this because, A, I love flight sims, and B, I know other people like watching people in flight sims, you know. And, I had come to the conclusion that I wanted to do a thing where when I get my first donation, I wanted to set something up so that it's displayed on screen. Like maybe something smallish in the corner for the very first person that donates to me. And just leave it up there for like 6 months so that, you know, as the channel grows, if it does, which I hope so, everybody knows that, you know, you were the very first person to donate to me. I thought that would be pretty cool, but I gotta figure that out. I'm still new to this whole streaming thing. I don't know how to make overlays and all that sort of stuff, so I'd have to figure it out. And we really botched that turn. Oh my god, calm down. It's not that serious, aircraft. It's not that serious. Happened to be your first turn, I highly appreciate that. By the way, Sim Toolkit Pro is reporting that my touchdown was 279 feet per minute. I do not believe that, considering how freaking smooth that was. But we're about to find out, because I remembered to start my replay. So I'm going to stop recording. And it... Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go ahead and hit replay. Pause that. Let the plane figure its stuff out. Let's see, flaps 30s where it was. I hate how the flight recorder doesn't always get everything there. Alright. What view would you like? Yeah, I know. And okay, so to use the replay function that's actually already in the game, you have to go into the developers settings, bring that stuff up, and then go up here, go to options, enable replay panel, and then it comes up here. And then you can use this replay. But I don't really like having that up there because when I do that, for some odd reason, I don't get the little thing that pops up on the mouse that shows you which way you're about to turn something. So I usually leave that stuff off. And then I've got to open something and do one of those, and then that comes up again. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna let you choose. What camera position would you like? Do you want cockpit again to watch it? We've got, you know, the panels, which of course you can't see anything. We've got forward of the left wing, rearward of the left wing. We've got forward of the right wing, rearward of the right wing. 9 is this view, and then we've got like a GoPro camera on the dash. Or, of course, you know, something outside. I'll leave it up to you. Forward left. You got it, dude. And we'll resume. Yeah, not a problem, bud. Not a problem at all. You know, it's funny, you're actually also another first. You're the first person, at least that I've seen talk in chat, that has stuck around for more than like a minute or two to ask a single question and then leave. So, cheers. Thanks for being there too, for that person too. I mean, like, first person outside of my friend group, I should say. Because I think every one of my subscriptions is a friend of mine except for you. But you are now. Oh, that was a... Yeah, this is going to be a good landing. This was definitely a good landing. I mean, the approach was windy, but I was battling that wind pretty well. I don't care how many landings I do. I always love running back and watching these replays. Okay, we did come down a little firm, but... I mean, a firm landing's not a problem. It wasn't really it wasn't a hard landing or anything like that. And it was on the center line and I held it, so... Oh, the sounds on this jet. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna run it back to about here. And I think I'm gonna do behind the right wing. Yeah, it looked really soft from the cockpit camera. Let's see it from this view. Gotta reset the flaps, or not flaps, the spoilers. I really love that bounciness to the wingtip too, with the wing flex. That is so spot on. Oh yeah, that landing was mint. Yeah, that was a good landing. That was a real good landing. Alright. One last view from the outside. I'm gonna put it at the end of the runway. Okay, maybe not the end of the runway, but like further down. Jesus. Yeeting all over the place. And then I'm gonna back this up. And I'm gonna zoom in all the way. Oh God, that's... There we go. Yeah, there we go. Back it up. Just a bit. Right there. Watch it from here. Right? I absolutely love these like runway cam type views. Hang on just a second. Let me Slow that down a bit, and yeah, I'll raise it. See, that's the one thing about the FPS in this game, on PC at least, when you have that, when you pop out any of those windows and, like, drag it to another monitor, the FPS is, like, halved. Actually, I just realized this runway has a bit of a weird slopiness to it. God, that's beautiful. Screenshot worthy for sure. Oh. Okay, maybe not quite on the center line, but I did what I could. Oh my god, they even modeled the elevator wiggle. Oh yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. I'm gonna pause that. Put the plane back at the gate. Absolutely. Definitely one of the nicest planes in the sim. I'm going to hold the parking brake so nothing weird happens. Stop the replay. We will... I completely forgot to get the APU running. Gotta leave those on for the replay thing, because it's weird like that. And as soon as the APU is fired up, I can shut down the engines, get the jetway over here. Set the chocks real quick. It really is one of the nicest planes on the sim. Because I used to have the PMDG 747-400 back in FSX, and that aircraft, for being in FSX, was honestly mind-blowing. It was so awesome. Like, the amount of system depth they were able to put into it. Yeah, you did. And I even played it back like 5 or 6 times, Panther. Once I'm done streaming, or if you want to now, you can go back and rewatch. That landing was butter. That landing was absolute butter. But yeah, it's like I was saying, the PMDG 747 was honestly one of the greatest add-on aircraft I'd ever seen. And I always thought to myself, like, they really are waiting for a simulator that can really accommodate how good their aircraft are. Shutting down 1 and 2. But, and Microsoft Flight Simulator is it. With the amount of stuff they can stuff into an aircraft, PMDG can, and make it really, really good with almost no impact to the FPS. This is the sim that they were waiting for, that their aircraft deserved. Alright, anti-collision light off, engines are shut down. I will go ahead and get the jetway out to the aircraft. Get the front door open. We can deplane our passengers. Pax target 0. The loaders. Payload targets 0. Dreaming of being a pilot one day. Honestly, man, me too. And yeah, you said you're 14, right? It's not too early to start. you can get your pilot's license way before you can get a driver's license. It's nuts, I know, but yeah, the cost of training is pretty crazy. Oh, the replay. I forgot to put the flaps up and close the spoilers. We're just gonna pretend like we never saw that. But yeah, it is extremely expensive. But there are like federal grants for that sort of thing. Not to mention there are scholarships out there that you can use to finance flight training if you go to an accredited school like ATP. Done a 5.5 hour flight on the sim before. Nice. What were you flying and where'd you go? I don't usually do long hauls just because I personally, when I'm just flying off stream, I just like doing whatever flights. Yeah, Panther, you made it and you made it alive. How's the cargo hold doing down there, buddy? Oh, the 787. Good choice. What, I usually don't do long haul flights. I will on stream if people, ask for it and I have enough people watching that it's really worth it, but I can't sit here for 5, 7, 14 hours, you know what I mean? Birmingham, England to JFK. That is a pretty good route. A lot of time over the ocean, but that is a pretty good route. I can tell you this, if you want to do a really nice long haul with some really great scenery to it, try going from the UAE to the UK or Germany. Yeah, it's boring when you're in cruise. And that's one of the reasons I would do that once I've got more subscribers and I've actually got people, in the chat talking to, that I can converse with. Because it does get really boring. It really does. And if you've got nobody to talk to, it's hard to stay motivated in that sort of a situation. Oh, really? Oh, you lucky. I've never been on the A330. I don't think I've been on anything bigger than probably a 737. Okay, commercial aircraft, that is. I've been in the C-130. I've been in the C-5 Galaxy. No, I never served in the military. I've just been on those aircraft. But yeah, I think 737 is about the largest commercial plane I've ever been on. Yeah, that's it. I've never been on any of the wide bodies. So how was the A380? Was it like really comfortable, really roomy, or was it more cramped? I've never been on a helicopter either, Panther. Well, that's surprising. You've never flown anywhere, dude? Oh, request the ground power. Durr. Okay, they're deplaning. Go ahead and get those off. Open the isolation valve. Hydraulic pumps on. Probe heat can come off. We'll leave the yaw damper on. A380 was great. Yeah, I bet. That's a really big bird. I've always wanted to fly on one, but I've never had the chance. I've unfortunately never been outside of the United States. Hope to change that soon, but I've never been outside of the country. California once it was a roadshow to the Pacific Coast to Oregon. We stopped at Ashland for a few days. Oh, that's a nice drive. Did you take the one up the coast, or... This is high press. Here. Oh, tell your mom I said hey. I miss you guys. I really wish I could visit. I told the jetway to come on over. Oh, it doesn't want to. Okay, fine. I know what I'll do. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I could bring the stairs up, but that'd just take a while and I don't feel like it, so. But anyhow, I think that's gonna be it for me. We had a flight time of, I think it was about an hour and 20 minutes. The original flight time was supposed to be an hour 24, so we got here about 4 minutes early, which pretty nice. As you guys can see, the flight went pretty great. That landing was butter. Yeah. Oh my god, my brain just derailed again. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed flying. If you haven't already, go ahead and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you once again for the subscription. Hold on, do you have any other platforms that I can message you on? Yeah, actually, I have Discord. Let me... I'm trying to see if there's any way I can PM it to you, because I don't want other people trying to just add me on Discord. Huh. You know what? I'll just... Hang on a second. There you go. It's your emperor hashtag 6741. If other people try to add me, then so be it. I am going to be making a Discord server for this channel eventually. Just once, you know, there are enough people that it's worth it. And yes, I am definitely going to have a good nap, and I will look at the Serotonin Cat page. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got for today. Next stream is going to be on Monday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it 2 or 4 o'clock. I'll figure that out later on. But most likely I'm going to end up continuing this little chain of flights. We'll take off from here in Indianapolis and possibly fly over to Denver, because I got some payware scenery for Denver and I wanted to do a fly in there and check it out. So make sure you're here for that. It should be good. Be a nice couple hour flight. But anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm going to go take a nap, and see y'all next time. Bye.